BigV or MADREAMDY for the last time in the America's Cup. Stoic and Once in Love, take it away.
That's right, for the last time to claim the title of America's Cup champion. MADREAMDY versus BigV. Pre-bans are coming out right now. Could be absolutely anything with these two playing each other now.
BigV with the first pick does have the opportunity for that Talent of Fire here. So I'd be interested to see if MADREAMDY actually bans out one of those units early on.
Ooh, we're going to be seeing a Gianna and Ganymede getting banned out. I feel like Ganymede is just a nice, safe pick to be banning out.
I really like that Ganymede pre-ban, actually. I don't think he's too afraid of the Pontos. BigV has a lot of things that go well into Pontos, but the Ganymede is a little bit scary because he's not taking the Okeanos.
Oh, BigV sticking to his guns, nailing it down. There is the Nikki. MADREAMDY locking in the oh-so-reliable Okeanos and Water Ryu.
BigV going for what he picked against True Whale here. We do see the Sierra and the Volantis very effective against that Water Ryu.
Yep, Sierra Volantis, so strong. Excellent combinations. We've seen it before, and I feel like you're right. I don't think BigV is going to be afraid of this Pontos at all. Let's see if MADREAMDY has any value when it comes to this Pontos.
Pontos is still a safe pick, though. The speed lead is valuable, but he might actually lean towards a Triton. He could go for like the even heavier first turn control and aggression. Trungpung is viable here as well, but he has to have something to move in front of it to control.
MADREAMDY definitely taking his time. We like to see it. Wants to think this through, and it is going to be that Pontos coming out for MADREAMDY, and the Savannah coming out as well.
I like Savannah here. MADREAMDY Savannah is scary. That thing is fast and high accuracy. It can deal enough damage to take out True Whale's Sierra there. But oh, BigV going in for the turn one.
There's that Tableau, and there's that Triton coming out for BigV. MADREAMDY looking to respond after seeing those two. Just like True Whale, he would lean towards that Leo, but is that what he's going to be doing here? It is not. He's going to be taking that Hey Gang.
Hey Gang means Triton ban, most likely. BigV, he doesn't want to give BigV the opportunity to use the Volantis strip for free. I do think we're going to see that Hey Gang ban, though.
Well, let's see what gets banned out here. Expecting these two to take a little bit of time. This is the final, after all, in a best of 5.
Actually, we could see something different than the... Okay, there, I was going to say something different than the Triton, because if he knows he's pre-banning the Hey Gang, or he's banning the Hey Gang, then we could see the Nikki or something.
Well, Hey Gang, CR are the bans. 24 speed leads for both of them. Let's go! We have our first match, and this is going to be naming America's Cup champion in this best of 5. Triton's going to be setting the tone for BigV, looking for possibly a full team strip with attack bar pushback.
Interesting. I think he was debating using the skill 2 there on the first turn.
But it landed true. He was able to get that. Water Ryu obviously cutting in here, looking for some Despair Sun's attack bar pushback. Volantis with glancing across the board, of course, with a stun as well.
Big value here, but I believe Okeanos... Oh, Okeanos does not actually take the turn. Return dice. BigV is going to take a second turn here, and a lot of damage is coming out.
That's a lot of damage. Already we're seeing so much damage coming out of Volantis, and then we're going to see this Nikki pummeling in more damage as well. Not looking good for MADREAMDY. BigV quickly putting MADREAMDY on the back foot.
BigV actually going for the skill 1, managed to get the sleep. I really thought he was going to go for the skill 2 cleanse into the AoE stun, but it doesn't matter. He's not afraid.
Yeah, Rain of Stones with glancing coming out there, not getting the stun on top of the Nikki. Nikki, of course, having the cleanse, but he does reset it. Savannah trying to pummel in as much damage as possible. No additional turns coming out here. Nikki looking to drop this Okeanos.
Needs the extra turn, gets the extra turn there, takes out the Okeanos. Pontos could get an extra turn to stay alive for a little bit longer.
Ooh, Pontos does get the extra turn to stay alive just a little bit longer. I'm not too sure MADREAMDY has enough here to still bounce back, but he was able to finish off that Nikki. Nikki is gone.
A little bit of greedy play on BigV's side here, actually. BigV most definitely could have gone for the cleanse into the Tableau skill 2 there, but decided not to.
Savannah trying to get as much damage in here as possible, trying to go after this Volantis, eliminate this unit, but we have the Death Break out there. Big skill 1 finishing it off, and there you go. BigV is going to be taking this round away from MADREAMDY.
Yeah, just like we said, that Tableau composition for BigV, it's pretty scary here.
Definitely scary indeed, and that's exactly what BigV needed to see, was a round 1 victory. He can definitely wipe a couple of sweat off his face here now that he can relax just a little bit.
A lot of players here are kind of underestimating that tableau composition. Even without the Jemire, it is a lot of damage here for Big V. Nikki is very, very strong. That self-attack buff into the 6 hits, or 4 to 6 hits, I believe. It's just so much for people to deal with.
Yep, well, the pre-bans from last time, that Ganymede and that Gianna, now available going into round 2. New pre-bans coming out shortly.
Apologies, I actually got it in between. It's 5 hits consistent. I thought it was the 4 to 6, but that is the old Okeanos, actually.
Well, pre-bans are out. Looks like Savannah and Triton are going to be pre-banned here.
One of the only times we see a lot of RGB regular element units banned out there on the pre-ban side.
I know, very rare. I wonder if we're going to be seeing this Okeanos, of course, being drafted here by MADREAMDY.
Has to be careful, though, because Big V still has the Volantis opportunity.
I mean, Okeanos has consistently been the first pick across almost every match, and there we go. It looks like it's going to stay that way. Okeanos being drafted again, and Nikki and Ciara being drafted by Big V. Very quickly hovering over a Water Ryu into that Ganymede as well.
I think Okeanos Sierra are the 2 most popular picks in this tournament so far. Big V actually could take a Heigang here. It's not a terrible opportunity, but Shiwu also works effectively. There it is. There's the first turn contention unit that we don't see as often as we should. It's Escher coming out.
That's right. You always had the Triton there ready for this kind of position, but now we see the Escher is going to be here paired up with this Volantis as well.
Yeah, Escher is definitely underrated. 115 base speed, that 20 or that 15% attack bar push is so relevant for this.
MADREAMDY looking to wrap up his draft here after seeing Volantis and Escher. And it's going to be the Heigang and one other unit, and that unit is going to be the Connell.
Arnold, Big V, a little bit behind here in the draft, actually. MADREAMDY does have a lot of protection here. But if he does ban out the Cardinal, he might be able to just rotate through it. There it is, the Tableau again, the double speed lead.
Oh,
Maybe
Tableau potentially coming out again. He does take it back, and we're going to be seeing an Annabelle. Does he choose to block in the Annabelle? And he does. No immunity on either side of the field.
I really like this Annabelle. I think this Annabelle is an incredible pick. We're most likely going to see the Heigang banned out here so that the Volantis has some value. But we could also see a Ganny ban.
Yeah, we definitely see that Ganny ban. Not having immunity up there, that means everybody's attack bars are going to be set to 0. I like that Ganny ban here. Annabelle's getting banned out, but he still has a little bit of sustain on Big V's side of the field. But let's go! We have round 2, MADREAMDY and Big V in today's America's Cup final.
Ooh, not actually as fast as we thought here. That push is going to be helpful, but really has to land the provoke here on the Water Ryu, or at least a glancing.
Well, let's see if Volantis can nail this big strip here, choosing not to. A little bit of poke damage onto the Okeanos. We're still going to be seeing the 3rd skill for the attack buff to pummel in some damage on top of MADREAMDY's side of the field. A lot of damage on top of this Water Ryu with the stun from Volantis. Bomb's going to be coming out as well. He could detonate this just to remove the unit from the field, but he also doesn't have to.
Doesn't need to. So instead of going for the strip here, he basically goes for that first turn push to guarantee kill the Water Ryu early on.
Looking for the strip, gets glancing across the field of Big V. Definitely going to be helpful here. Rain of Stones coming out to lock down everybody here. Does get the full team stun into the Coddle 3rd skill to help deal lots of damage, and chooses to go for the 2nd skill instead on top of Ciara.
Oh, big reset on the Nikki. That was the only cleanse opportunity here. This slow debuff is going to get a ton of value.
Here's that 3rd skill with the additional turn coming out of Coddle. This is what MADREAMDY needed to see.
Yeah, it's a little tough with that Escher draft. We need something that controls. Oh, but here it is. An extra turn from Nikki, and we know what she can do. Does she hit the sleep?
Ooh, no additional turn, no sleep. Nikki could have turned this around for Big V. Not able to do it, though. I think he needs to make sure he kills the Nikki, but Nikki's still holding on here.
Even with an extra turn here from Escher, it's most likely not going to be enough. Needs a kill reset, but it's probably just not going to be there.
That's right. He needed to keep this Okeanos under control, and he's not able to do that. And there we go. MADREAMDY taking round 2 away from Big V.
Yeah, I would love the creativity in the drafts there. Picks things that are fairly good, but just not enough. Leaving up that Cardinal as an opportunity later down the road is very tough to fight. Heigang also being very effective in that draft opportunity. Really does deny what Big V can do on that first turn.
No pre-bans from last time. We've got Triton and Savannah, and we've got new pre-bans coming out in this game 3.
There it is, the respect ban. We see the tableau. Goodbye, Big V. No tableau for you. I don't want to deal with it.
Huge respect ban on the tableau. Gandy's getting banned out here. Very strong unit, able to combo with just so many things. Does Big V choose to take the Okeanos away? And he does. Finally not drafting a Nikki first, but I would assume Nikki's going to be coming very soon.
Yeah, Big V doesn't quite need to pick the Nikki early on in the draft. MADREAMDY knows the things he has and vice versa, so he could play it a little bit differently here. Could even like opt for a Lulu setup early on. Anavel's not the worst setup here. Chung Pong fairly good. Ganny to deny. Well, Ganny's banned. My apologies. But lots of fresh opportunities for first turn.
Well, let's see if Big V changes it up here and doesn't choose to bring the Nikki in at this moment. He might bring it in as a later draft, and we do. We have Ciara and Volantis coming out here. MADREAMDY very quick to hover over a Hey Gang.
I like the Volantis pick. It's still safe into all of these things. You know, Despair Volantis is very scary. It does deny first turn. But MADREAMDY going for the Hey Gang into Savannah. Savannah for
very
the
aggressive.
Is very effective.
Most definitely. Big V hovering over that Triton. He loves this Triton. We've seen the Triton so many times coming out of Big V, and he's got one last pick. It could very well be the Nikki, where he's lacking just a little bit of damage.
I'd like to see an Anavel here last, or something that controls this Cardinal and doesn't give him a free fire pick last. I had a feeling he was going to take the Jamire, but I don't really like it because a fire unit last here is very scary to fight. If MADREAMDY throws down a bird, this is a tough match.
There's a lot of things he could be throwing down here, and it looks like it is going to be a Ponto sticking to his guns, going with an LD Nat 5 like Pontos, adding a 24 speed lead in case that his Water Ryu was banned out as well. 2 speed leads for both players.
I think we're going to see a Triton and a Carnal ban. Oh, we see that K-Gang ban instead.
Yeah, Triton Hey Gang of the unit's going to be banned out here. Speed leads for both of them. Here we go, guys. We've got round 3. We have Big V, and we've got MADREAMDY. Let's go.
First turn here, going to Big V. Going to MADREAMDY, my apologies. Big V, though, gets the revenge. Volantis is going to take the early turn here.
Ooh, man. Huge strip. All the provokes glancing across the board. Okeanos looking to capitalize on it with the Rain of Stones. Can he get a full team stun here? Does not get a full team stun with the Rain of Stones.
Not enough value. Most likely actually not going for the reset here. Oh, but needs the Oki skill 3, so goes for it anyways.
Yeah, went for the reset. He wants to get that Rain of Stones back out there. Did not do the job the first time. Bomb could be coming out on top of the Savannah, the only stunned up unit right now. Choosing to stun up the Volantis instead.
Needs to play it safe. Needs to take down the only cleanser on his team. And there's another Despair stun for the Volantis.
Despair stun. Absolutely insane. More dots, more damage coming out of this Volantis. We're going to see Ciara cycling that first skill. The dots will dismount the Savannah here. No Despair stun. Okeanos with the Rain of Stones. Big V in full control right now.
Needs the 4 cents, needs the full attack bar because he could resist. And but no violent proc for the Pontos. It's looking like it's over at this point.
It really is. It's looking like it's over. Massive first skill. He's got bombs. Big V's got everything. Big V has the control with the big victory over MADREAMDY in round 3.
Oh man, Big V looking pretty clean now. Had a little shaky second match there, but knew what he wanted in this setup. Volantis just so much value against that Water Ryu or more there.
Volantis, such a great pick, man. It deals so much damage with additional damage. It's such an excellent stripper and such a great response to another stripper as well.
It's crazy because it's so good as a first turn and a second turn unit. It takes first and second turn incredibly well.
I think Volantis is moving up the tier list as we speak.
Oh yeah. The more we see it here, the more it goes up. Seishizo, you better be ready for that next tier list.
Well, MADREAMDY's got first pick going into this round 4. Very important. If Big V gets this victory, he will be claimed this year's America's Cup champion. Or can MADREAMDY still hold on here? Triton Savannah out of the pre-bans. Ciara first picked by MADREAMDY.
Oh no, Okeanos first pick by MADREAMDY here. So Big V goes in and takes it. I believe MADREAMDY could slap down a couple interesting things here though. Big V might lead into the Gianna last pick.
Some very quick drafting coming out of Big V, locking in the Escher and that Jamire. MADREAMDY with Ganny and Water Ryu with 2 other picks he could be drafting here.
That's a double speed lead, triple speed lead at this point. There it is. Kinky not actually super effective into that Nikki there though.
What I don't like is so much standard play coming out of MADREAMDY. I feel like this is exactly what BigV could view going into his match. I can't help but favor BigV right now.
Oh, no. There it is. The Tablet Jemire comp with the first turn Escher potential. BigV has a lot of damage out of this. There's a lot of
control.
Okeanos, Nikki is very, very scary with this setup.
Most definitely. BigV, I can't help but favor his draft just a little bit more than MADREAMDY, but it's definitely not over for MADREAMDY. MADREAMDY needs to win this one. He knows how important this is. Bans are going to be coming out in just a couple seconds.
Arnold ban, I think, makes the most sense. He's afraid of the HP lead, to be perfectly honest.
No speed leads for both players. This could be it. Can BigV end it here, or can MADREAMDY win one more to hold on? Let's find out. Escher with the first turn.
Escher with the first turn might not even go for the strip here. Might not go for the attack bar pushback. Might just go for the strip.
Oof, goes for the strip on top of this Ganymede. We're going to see the return dice coming out here. There it is. Reduce the attack bars. Escher once again.
Here it is. Can he do enough damage? Can he stop the Pontos? That's what we're looking for here.
Yep, choosing to go with that skill 2 instead. Could be going for a reset on CR, or just might go with the Rain of Stones to lock all 3 units down.
Needs the stun. Gotta
Not
pray.
getting on Water Ryu. Water Ryu trying to turn it around here. We do have that third skill primed and ready for a lot of damage coming out of Nikki. So much damage coming out of this unit.
No violent proc from MADREAMDY. The Ganymede nor the Pontos get the extra turn. BigV's gonna have a lot of damage out here. Even with one bomb to stun up a unit, it's most likely not gonna be enough.
Yeah, bomb does come out on top of the tableau, looking to stun it up and keep this unit locked down. We have that skill 2 reset coming out here.
See the attack bar difference there. The Pontos does move in front of the Ganymede. Most likely wants the reset on it.
Does land that reset on top of the Pontos. Looking to eliminate Tableau from the field. Tableau is holding on here.
Not sure if he's going to go for the Sierra here or the Ganny, but there it is. Goes for the Sierra.
It is a wonderful skill, too, he can use to help sustain his team, and he does. Tableau gets healed up here. We have Pontos looking to poke a little bit of damage. That additional turn does nothing for MADREAMDY.
Oh, man, that buff to Nikki, though. 19k heal with attack buff there. Absolutely incredible. A full team pushback from Ganny.
Extremely important pushback from Ganny. He was able to get that on top of BigV. That might be a little room to breathe for MADREAMDY here, but we do have that third skill primed and ready with Escher.
Not sure if the Tableau is actually going to move in front here. Oh, it does not. Does he get the extra turn?
MADREAMDY was hoping for that extra turn with Pontos able to get that third skill up here. We're going to see the AoE coming out and stunning up Ganny and Ciara as well. The additional turn coming out onto this Ganymede. Ganymede does have ventilate up.
BigV hitting it again, manages to hit the 7, needs it so badly, and gets the value out of that. Sierra's going down.
If Nikki gets additional turns here, it is straight up over, and there is no violent proc coming out.
But there is the chance here. MADREAMDY does still have a chance.
Pontos has the high ground. We're going to see this big skill 2 coming out.
A lot of damage, though. BigV has a lot of damage with that skill 3 on the Escher and enough healing between the 2 units. I'm not sure if MADREAMDY can really come back from this.
Ooh, there's the glancing being applied to help limit some of the damage coming out of this Nikki. There's that big attack break on top of the Nikki as well. Escher trying to poke away at this Ganymede, protected by the invincibility. There's the silence going out on top of BigV's team. It's not over for MADREAMDY.
Might be just enough damage. Could get a violent proc from the Ganymede. Huge proc opportunity, but doesn't get it.
Both players looking for these additional turns coming out of their violent units, and they're not getting them right now. We're going to see this first skill going out onto the Ganymede. We have Water Ryu trying to deal as much damage as Nikki as possible. Can this Pontos finish off this? Nikki does not. Rain of Stones locking it down for BigV. MADREAMDY already applauded him. There we have it. BigV is this year's America's Cup champion.
BigV with the big victory, like you say, Stoic.